The Little Stars of Gold by Božena Němcová. Once upon a time, there was a little girl, 6 years old, Božena by name. She was an orphan. She had nothing in the world but the clothes on her back and a piece of bread which her poor godfather had given her when he sent her off to her aunt. Alone and forsaken, she set out for the village where her aunt lived in a little hut. It seemed a great distance to this little girl. She was timid and afraid as she trudged along, and oh, so lonely. At a turn in the road, she came upon a poor beggar man, who said, "Little girl, will you give me something to eat? I am very hungry." Instantly, she gave him the whole piece of bread, without thinking of herself at all, saying, "God bless it to you." By this time, it was quite dark. Going a little further on in the wood, Božena met another little girl, shivering with the cold. She had no shirt. She seemed to be in great distress. This excited Božena's pity. "I'll give her my shawl. I am sure that I can spare it," she said to herself as she parted with it. A short ways further on, she met another little girl, so poor that she had no skirt. It was already towards the end of autumn, and winter was coming on. Božena took off her own skirt and gave it to the poor little girl. The cold did not trouble Božena so very much, as she knew that she had done a good deed, and her little heart grew warm at the thought of it. All at once she saw little stars falling in her pathway. She wanted to see what they looked like. They were yellow, bright, and shining. She began to gather them up in her hands, tossing them up and down. "Oh, if only I had an apron." Why, there was an apron! Then she collected the little yellow stars in her apron, and, growing very tired, fell asleep. Awaking very early in the morning, to her surprise, there was one of the little stars making itself into a pancake for her breakfast. She ate all she could, and still had some left. After wandering a great distance, she reached her aunt's hut in the evening. After kissing her aunt, she said, "Oh, auntie, see what I have in my apron." Instead of the little stars which she expected to see, a stream of gold pieces poured out of her apron and rolled all over the room. Imagine the surprise and joy of the poor old woman. Now she could not only support Božena, but could do much good for others all the rest of her life. The end. This is a public domain book. It was originally published in Prague, 1921. Read for you by #1 Marmaduke fan. If you would like to support me in making audiobooks of more public domain folklore and fairy tales, please consider subscribing, clicking the bell to receive notifications, liking this video, commenting with your thoughts, and sharing it with people you think would enjoy folklore from around the world. You can also support this channel on my Subscribestar. Subscribers on my Subscribestar will be thanked in the credits at the end of every video. And thank you for listening to this book. With that, I'm #1 Marmaduke fan. I love you guys, and I'll catch you later.